Seymour, CEO of Supercars. Well, the 2019 series has been launched. I mean, how exciting is this for you, and how important is season 2019 for the state of supercar racing in Australia?
Oh, it's really important. Obviously, I'm personally excited, partly because it's not my first year of doing everything, but also for us, it's an opportunity to see the Mustang out, night racing in Perth, twilight racing in Adelaide, back-to-back with Phillip Island, Tasmania. So an awful lot of stuff coming down the pipeline and plenty to look forward to. Every year is important, and for us, it's about being better than what we were last year and continually improving, and that's what we're looking to do.
You mentioned the Mustang and the return of Ford Performance Racing to supercars. How important is the Mustang? How important is it for the category that the Mustang works and the people accept it?
Yeah, I think it's really important. What we love about the Mustang, and we've said this to Ford, we've been saying it the whole way through, is that car really broadens the appeal of the sport. You can just tell by how many cars there are, how many Mustangs there are driving around the streets down here in Melbourne, that it's a popular vehicle, and hopefully that helps us broaden our audience and bring new fans into the sport.
One of the things that you've raised recently is some sort of manufacturer's council. I was really surprised that hadn't been done already. Is that perhaps an oversight that, looking back, that you should have had in long ago?
Yeah, well, I think it's just one of those things that when you hear about it, you're like, well, that's really logical. Why don't we do that? So, no, I think it's a function of the changing times where historically the manufacturers have worked directly with the teams and the team that's homologating the car. But we're going through a transition at Supercars where we're looking to build relationships as a sport, as a category, with those manufacturers directly. So that's potentially why it hasn't been done before.
You've just got back from a trip to the United States, took in the Daytona 24-hour. You've spoken with people at IMSA and NASCAR. What did you learn?
I learned a lot. I mean, they've got a fantastic operation over there, and the infrastructure and the quality of the operations is just outstanding. But beyond that, I learned that they're asking a lot of the same questions that we are around. Where's the next fan going to come from? How do we entertain people through broadcast in the best possible way, and ultimately what are we going to be driving, not just in 10, 15 years, but in 5 years.
One of the challenges, as you say, is finding new fans. Went to a sports marketing conference about a year ago, and when I mentioned the word motorsport, one of the lecturers there said, male, pale and stale, old men. How important is it that we expand our market and get more young people involved, more women involved, and a more diverse spectator base?
Yeah, it's very, very important, and I'd challenge that. Would be nice to meet the person, but you walk around some of our events, particularly the likes of a Newcastle, Adelaide, you really get to see a lot of breadth and depth of people and families, and that's an important part of what we put on. If you have a look at the Sydney night race, we know that if we make the right changes at the right times, we make it easy for families to come and enjoy the sport. It has a really profound impact on the people that show up to the events. So, for example, Sydney, we have 42% female attendees, so it's certainly not pale, male and stale.
Well, good luck with the season coming up, and for the future of supercars. A lot of big decisions to be made in terms of the next generation of supercars. When are we going to start hearing more about that? When do you think that you'll be able to bring in those sort of regulations?
Yeah, certainly in the next 6 months. I mean, we're working towards 2021. As we've said all along, if good ideas come in, we'll introduce them as we need to, and there's some technical changes this year which we are bringing in, but I'd say middle of this year you'll start to see this is where we want to be in 2021 from a visual appeal, market relevance point of view, and then we'll start working towards that over the next couple of years.
Okay, well, good luck with the season for the future of supercars, but for now, thanks for joining us in Pit Lane.
Thank you very much.